Alright guys, I thought I'd kind of give a little bit of update of where I'm at with the assembled product and a few thoughts on it at the same time. As far as the overall quality goes for the price point of this printer, it's not bad. Like you probably already know, acrylic top plate, bottom plate, linear guides, and this particular model is a dual extruder. Fitment of the parts was good. The acrylic's laser cut. Most everything fit without any trouble whatsoever. They even sent a little file in the kit that, at least with mine, it wasn't necessary. All the pieces went together like they should. If there was anything they were a little bit slack on, it would be the bolts, but you're dealing with 3mm stuff and 5 or 6 millimeters in places. So the head itself was the only thing I thought that could see some improvement on, but the threads on the bolts were okay. Most anything like this, when you're putting it together, just kind of be careful and slow as you go when you start the screws. Don't force them. Everything I had went together fine, but when you're dealing with a small thread like that, if you get it started and you go half around, you can mess the whole thread up because you might not be able to back it out and get it straight back in there. After that, there are a couple things I might add to it later on. I'm not sure yet. On this adjustment for your home, when you get into the calibration of it, they just put a spring on the bolt, and it may hold it just fine. I think I'm going to run it a little bit and see, but if it doesn't, I'm just going to add a jam nut to the top of it. Other than that, the biggest thing, when you put the pulleys on where the belts go, I didn't really measure mine. I just kind of stepped out just a hair because I knew I didn't want the pulley to be dead against the motor, and it pretty much worked out fine. The only thing you may end up having to do, if you put them too close, and I probably may have put a 1/4 inch gap or so, something like that, is the belt could hit the acrylic plate. So just kind of anybody dealing with a Delta design, just kind of note that your belt's not rubbing the acrylic plate as the machine's moving after you get it assembled. The only other thing that was really a little bit aggravating with it was actually putting holes in for the belt to attach to the guides for movement of the head. I don't have a small hole punch, so I used an ice pick, and I got them in there, but it was kind of tough. If you've got a leather hole punch, you'd be ahead of the game to do that with it, or if you could borrow somebody's or whatever, run down to Walmart and pick you up one. But for the most part, for the price point, I think it's a pretty good kit. I guess when a couple of videos from now, when I start getting into some print quality stuff, we'll kind of shake it down and see what it'll do. But other than that, I'm pleased with it so far. Appreciate you watching. I'll see you later.